In Activity 8, Color Images, students investigate and observe how the primary colors can be used to produce detailed, full-color images. They discover that a pattern of small dots when viewed from a distance can form an image and then compare color photographs with color and black and white printed pictures. You will need the following materials from the kit: Activity Sheet 8, crayons, and magnifiers. You will also need to provide color photographs, black and white printed pictures, and color printed pictures. To prepare for the activity, make a copy of Activity Sheet 8 for each student. Have students bring to class 2 pictures cut from magazines, one black and white and one color, and a color photograph. Have some extra pictures and photographs on hand for those who forget or are unable to provide their own. Each team of 2 will need a box of crayons, a magnifier, 2 black and white printed pictures, 2 color printed pictures, and 1 color photograph. To begin the activity, divide the class into teams of 2 and give each team a box of crayons. Give each student a copy of Activity Sheet 8. Have the students look at the pattern of numbered squares on the activity sheet and ask students, "Do you know what this is?" The students will probably not know at first glance. Instruct students to color in the picture according to the color key in the upper right corner of the grid. When all students have finished coloring their activity sheets, ask them to look again at the image and see if it looks like anything now. They should be able to tell that when viewed from a distance, the image looks like an apple. Explain that when individual objects, such as the colored squares on the activity sheet, are seen from a distance, our eyes cannot tell them apart. Shapes and colors are smoothed out or run together by our eyes and our brain. Sharp edges appear rounded and colors appear to blend. Suggest that this phenomenon is something that students experience every day, although they may not realize it. Ask students, can you think of something that looks different from far away? Some examples are a forest or a field of grass, both of which simply look green from far away because the individual trees or blades of grass cannot be distinguished from one another. A person's eye appears to be a single color from a distance, but if you look closely, you can usually see several different shades or flecks of color. Some clothing fabrics look a certain color at a distance, but close inspection reveals fine threads of different colors. Next, distribute the magnifiers and have the students take out the color and black and white printed pictures they brought to class. Let the students inspect the black and white images through the magnifiers. Guide their exploration by asking, "What do you see?" The students should report seeing patterns of dots. Then ask students, "What colors do you see?" Through the magnifiers, they will see all areas of the image will be either black or white. Ask students, "Are these areas really all black or all white?" They should see that even areas that appear to be white from a distance may contain very small black dots. Likewise, areas that appear to be solid black may actually be patterns of large black dots. Ask, can you see the dots without using the magnifier? What do they look like from far away? Students will see the dots are visible under close inspection, but harder to see without the magnifier. From farther away, the dots make an area look like different shades of gray, ranging from white to black. Next, have the students examine their color-printed pictures through the magnifiers. Ask, how are these pictures like the black and white pictures? How are they different? The color pictures are also made up of patterns of different sized dots. However, the color pictures use colored dots. Give the students time to study the color pictures carefully and to identify as many different colors as they can. The students will probably report seeing many different colors, but explain that only 4 colors were used to print the pictures: cyan, magenta, yellow, and black. Then ask students, what is the relationship between the colors you see through the magnifier and the colors you see from far away? Is this more like mixing pigments, overlapping filters, or mixing light beams? When viewed with a magnifier, the students will see that the colors in the picture are a result of subtractive color mixing, in which different colors overlap to form new colors. When viewed from a distance, the colors blend additively, making the process both subtractive and additive. Explain to students that what they have just observed is a process called halftone reproduction. A halftone image is reproduced using patterns of various size dots. Next, distribute the color photographs and have the students examine them with their magnifiers. Ask students, how are these photographs different from the printed pictures you just examined? They should respond that there are no dots in photographs, only solid colors. Finally, define a continuous tone image as an image reproduced using gradations of tone rather than patterns of dots. Explain that photographs are continuous tone images and are not printed in the same way as magazine and newspaper pictures, which are halftone images composed of dots. To conclude the activity, return the magnifiers and crayons to the kit. For science background, reinforcement activities, curriculum connections, and information about the Delta Science Reader, please consult your DSM Teacher's Guide.